Welcome back, guys. I realized that a previous example was a bit tough, so I decided to make another video for this solution only. In this video, I'll be solving the assignment number 8 using while loop as well as using for loop. I'll repeat the question again. What you have to do is you have to ask user any 4-digit pressure value in PSI. Let it be it's not necessary to be 4-digit. It can be any number of digits. Let's say I am assuming a 4-digit value, that is 2679. Right, so my aim is to get the addition of all these values of this 2679, that is 2 plus 6 plus 7 plus 9. Great. So let's see in the while loop how we'll be solving this problem statement. So I'll have to ask for any input, right, first from the user. So I'll take it as a pressure variable and I'll ask input that please enter any pressure value in PSI. Great. Okay, so user has entered any value. Now what we have to do is, now with making use of while loop, we'll have to solve this. So let's say I have a initializer x, this time it is 0, and I have a variable called sum in which I'll be storing all the sum of the values. So it is also 0. So while, now I'll be using this initializer x here, x equals to 0, as a index. So just see, for example, for a better clarity, let's say my value is 2679, right? But because I have asked it in an input function, it will be a string, right? I have told you. So what I have to do is I'll have to do 2 plus 6 plus 7 plus 9. But these 2 6, how can I access the 2679 if this is a string value? If 2679 is a string, it means 2 is at the position of 0 index, correct? 6 is the position of first index, 7th is the position of 8th index, and 9 is at the position of third index. Great. So if and how do we access any character or any values in the string? Using indexing method. We used string indexing method. So for accessing the value of 2, what I'll have to do is pressure is, let's say pressure is my variable name, I'll put square brackets 0. So this will be equal to 2, right? This will be equivalent to 2, but this will be a 2 that is a string, because my 2679 was a string. So I'll have to convert it into an integer. So to convert it into integer, inside the parentheses of integer function, what I have to do is I'll have to copy this. Means I have to write this value inside the integer. So basically it means what I'm doing is that integer, I'm doing this. I'm converting the string that is 2 to an integer. So this will give me the value of 2. Now this 2 is an integer. This 2 is an integer. Right? Similarly, we'll have to do for 6. If I want to access 6, that is pressure, now 6 is at index 1. Great. So this will give me the 6, which is a string. I'll have to convert it into an integer. So integer pressure and 1. So this basically means that integer value of string 6, and this will be equal to 6. So I hope you understand what I'm trying to do is here. Now let us go to the code again. So what I have done here is that pressure, that is asking a user to input any value. X I'll be using as an index here. So my index always starts from 0 anyways. So I have taken it x equals to 0, and sum is the variable in which I'll store the addition of all the values. So while index, that is x, is less than length of our variable. Length, what is length? Length of pressure is variable. So in this case, what we need to do is, so in sum, what I'm adding is sum plus integer value of whatever we are storing, whatever index we are at, and then we'll write x, will increase the x to x plus 1, and afterwards we'll print the final value of sum. So let's see if we are getting a right result or not. So if I enter 1 2 3 4, So this is giving me 10. So 1 plus 2 equals to 3, 3 plus 3 equals to 6, and 6 plus 4 equals to 10. So it is the correct result. You still might have confusion with regarding this code. So I'll tell you again, once again I'll tell you. So this is my index. I'm considering this as an index, right? Because I'll have to access, because what I'm, if I enter here 1 2 3 4, so this 1 2 3 4 is a string, right? So for accessing values of 1 2 3 4, I'll be needing index values. So that is why I'm doing index. Now while x is less than equal to length of pressure, length of pressure, what is length of here 1 2 3 4? If 1 2 3 4 is a string, then what is the length of a string? It will be a 4, correct? So what I basically mean here is, that while x is less than, x is less than the value of 4, then what I have to do is, just inside the sum that is currently 0, because initial value of sum is 0 here, what I have to do is I'll have to add the integer value of pressure at index x. So at index x, so x, initial value of x right now is 0, so this basically means pressure and value of variable pressure at index equals to 0, which is 1, and I'll have to convert that into integer, as I have told you earlier here in this code cell. So that is 1, so it becomes a 1. Great. Now I have increased the value of x to by one step. Now x becomes 1. Okay, so now our x becomes 1, means our index becomes 1 now. So this condition is still true, that 1 is less than 4, so it will go ahead here and it will enter me. Now the new value of sum was 1 plus whatever value now this will give me. So this give me the x now equal to 1, index value of 1 at pressure, that is now if 1 2 3 for example, so 2 will be answer. So 2 is now a string. To convert it into integer, I have used int, so it becomes 2. Now this becomes, the new value of sum becomes now 3. So this is how it is going on. Now you might have one doubt, that why you haven't included the x less than equal to length of pressure. See, because let's say if I include here the length, then so index becomes so x, the x which is index, it will become equal to the length at some time, but right. But what I have told you is that index, the maximum index will always be a lesser, means 1 unit lesser than the length of string. So I don't want to go to the length, I just want one number less than the length. So that is why I haven't included the equals to sign here. Now let us solve this assignment number 8 using the for loop. So what I can do, I can just copy this variable, same variable I'll use here. I'm asking the user to enter any value there. Now I'll take any addition. Let's say I take this time variable addition, which will store my sum. And now for writing a for loop, we write for I in range. What range you can take? Now this time we'll use range to support our indexes, to represent our indexes. So index starts from 0, correct? So it's better to use a range from 0, not from 1 or not from 2. So I can use range from 0, and till where my indexes go, till where my index will go, it will go till the length of pressure. Right now this length of pressure is not included, so that is why my index goes one number less than length, but here length will not get included because this is a range function. So this is the right way to write it. And then what you can do is, in addition, you just write addition plus the integer value of pressure. Now this time index is I, so this time I is representing index, right? From 0, then I will be 1, then I will be 2. So this will give me the correct answer. Now exit the for loop and just print the value of final value of the addition. So let's see if this is giving me a right answer. If I write 1 2 3 4 again this time, so see, this is giving me value of 10, which is the correct answer. Now again I'll summarize you. Now the initial value of addition 0. Great. So this value is now 0. This is initial value, that is 0. Now for I in range 0 to this length, now this is the representation of index. Basically I is representing index value. Okay, so now if I equals to 0 means our index is 0. So it becomes that at 0 index the value of pressure, and I have to convert it again into integer value, and then I becomes 1. That means index becomes 1, and index becomes 1. So we'll have this index means value of pressure variable at index 2. I'll have to convert it again into integer because input functions always take value in strings, and similarly we'll go on and reach the final result, that is 10. It's not only we can take any number of values. Let's say I take 1 1 1 1 1 1. So this is my 6 times I have entered the value, so answer should come as a 6. See, answer is coming as a 6. It is adding up all the values of 1 1 1. So this is how we can do it with the help of for loop. Now I have another assignment for you. What you have to do is okay, I'll take this assignment in the next video. So next video will be specifically for this assignment. I'll give you the solution as well there. So okay, so thank you for joining in here, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.